one of the most explosive tactical weapons in chess. How to destroy the defender. The moment that key piece falls, everything unravels. And the final puzzle today, let's just say that one move erases an entire defense. Start with a fortress-like position such as this. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Check it out. It's up there in the corner. So you got 10 seconds to solve this. Drop your answer and your comments down below. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, that'll do it. You just ran out of time. How'd you do? Let me know. Hey, you ever line up the perfect attack only for one defender to ruin everything? Well, today's goal is to rip off that guard and watch the whole position collapse. And I'm thanking you for joining me again here on day 22 of elevating your game with 303 tactical chess puzzles. I'm vryBot, a US certified coach and an international expert, and today's focus is breaking down that last barrier. Don't blink, every single puzzle today builds towards that shocking finale. So jump on in and join the fray. We've got this position right here, and there is a lot of ways for white to win. But the point is, we want to break down that defense. We want to do it as fast as possible. We want to remove all tension in the position and just go clear to that winning, simple endgame in this position. So let's check out ways to do that. If you found bishop to a5, these are really cool moves too. Rook to e1, fantastic, really good spot. But let's go ahead and play the most simple liquidating move. We're attacking the king, hitting a rook at the same time. He's gonna have to take, we take back. The knight may come over to try and hit our bishop and guard this square, but we're just gonna come back. We're the key defender of the square here. We're gonna push it. Next move, let's play any move. For black, push the pawn, take, and we've removed all defenders in the position. This is the cleanest and clearest way to go. Now there's a lot of room for argument in this position because rook to e1 is so good, cutting off the knight entirely and always threatening to go to this square. Then bishop to a5 is a really juicy move. So this is another way to win the game. Pure destruction on the chessboard today. Destroying defenders everywhere, overworking pieces, overloading pieces, pins, forks, skewers, you name it. It's all going nuts. How'd you do with yesterday's bonus puzzle? All right, this has some of that theme as well, but stick around for all of today's puzzles. They're going to put the theme to the test. So you had plenty of time to analyze this. We're going to go over the main move really quickly. Queen to g3, the main move. King has only one move here. And then we have two ideas here. We can go rook to e1, skewering the rook, or we can go queen to e2, skewering the rook. Queen to e2 is actually a lot stronger because we're keeping the king off of the d-file, squishing him down to the king side where we can harass him even more. It's lots of fun that way. So the king pops out and you can continue down the line. This is a computer line here, but there are plenty more moves to be found than just these. Now with this final blow, you're really telling the guard to get off the board. There is another line. Queen to d2, king pops over, using the rook check, getting a mate on the board, so beware of that. This is one of those puzzles where you do need a computer, maybe to analyze all the different possibilities, and a chessboard analysis, sitting down, maybe white's perspective and black's perspective. You play through every single move that you can find because there's a lot going on here and a lot to learn from. You will know the moment the guard falls because you'll want to replay it twice. Take this position, for instance. Here we really want to jump in and play bishop to h7. And that would hit this knight twice, who's pinned to the king, and the rook has the king cut off. The trouble is, at the moment that this pawn moves, one or two squares, it's going to guard the knight. So with all that, this puzzle is about recognition, spotting that defender. You know what? Let's just snap it off the board right now. Take it. If queen takes, Well, we continue our attack. Sure, the queen is going to do that guarding as well, which is interesting. So let's check this out. Now she's the guard, and we've given up material to get here, but we can start poking around the entire position. Now, if the queen sticks around, knight to e6 is so crushing. It's so cool. It's such devastation on the chessboard. Now we take, hitting the queen. King takes. Now we hit the queen, get her out of the way. She tries to guard. Rook to e8, we're coming in anyway. I can't believe it. And then everything all falls down. If that's not the longest calculation we've seen so far, wow. So make sure you stick around. Watch this next move. Small move, big collapse. Here, black wants to checkmate us. He's set up everything perfectly to tie us down and really bother us. Oh well. But we're going to check him. We're giving up a piece here. Can he take? No, he doesn't have time. The knight's too far, and we're going to promote. Let's move back. So he ignores the recapture of the bishop. That's just autopilot. He's smarter than that. Take on e5? No, because the bishop is there. But there's knight to d4. Now he can get to c6, but it's still too little too late. We would have this here, even on this, and then even on this, and push, and take. Do anything you want, and then come over here, and we're taking this as well. I know, looks like a lot again. So knight d4. Bishop takes is a slightly inaccurate because we have pawn to b5, which stops the entire mess. And now we're simply walking on up and getting a queen. So are you familiar with the tactical terms we've been doing? In the first puzzle, it was removal of the guard, trades, simplification, and promotion. In the second one, we were removing the guard. We were attacking and putting pressure on the pinned piece. Then we had a fork. And then we had further just infiltration of the position and another fork with rook to e8. Then here we had a fork getting the rook off of us and a simplification for another promotion. So make sure you keep those terms in mind. Now every puzzle today hides one truth. The defense only looks solid. Find the overworked pieces, find the tactics, and everything else collapses. Just like this. Can we find the obvious? Yes. Rook to a8. The king only really has one move. If the queen blocks, that's bad. Queen blocks, that's bad. The bishop blocks, that's bad. So the king pops out. We've got that far. The key is to look a move further, sometimes more. In this case, we're going to use the tactic of double attack. We're going to hit the rook. And at the same time, we're cruising on over to the h5 square. That's what we really want. He should probably just give us a rook to stay alive. But let's say he keeps it. Maybe he even snaps our piece off. Doesn't help. Check, mate. Good game, sir. GG's. Wi-Fi high five. If you think you've seen the best tactics so far, pure chaos is coming your way. Take this position, for instance. All we've got to do, this time we're playing the obvious again. It's kind of fun how that obvious move keeps showing up. But it's not just for the pure sake of checking the king and then patting ourselves on the back, smiling, and then looking for the next move. No, we set this up. This was pure brilliance. Now, rook takes. Rook takes. And he just happens to be on the only square that he could escape to, which delivers a fantastic fork. Once again, here we go. These are actually my favorite puzzles of the day. I know we're supposed to be smashing through defenses, removing defenders, and doing all that, but here the authors intended you to learn something with those themes, but they failed. This position doesn't really hold a lot of value. This has complete equality to it if you check it with an engine. And the main reason is, though we are having a discovery, the knight can block in the way. And what they wanted to show was on pawn continues to pressure the pinned piece. Even on moves like this, bishop takes, forking these two. If you take a rook, we get the queen. If queen takes, you get a rook. but we're basically a queen for a bishop here. So let's move back. The whole point is that queen to a4 is fine. They can give up the knight, and the trouble here is that the e file is open. So there's problems here. Now, if the rook to e8 didn't exist, it would be all good for white. It just shows you again that masters can make mistakes. Two masters were looking at this puzzle. It was edited, it was looked at, it was printed, it went into the official Mensa puzzle book, and still this equality remains. So not much to see here, but a lot of tactics to understand, know, and learn. So now we're back to applying pressure. These puzzles use sacrifices and the tactical themes that we know, and once the defender is gone, the entire position caves in. That's what I like, especially on top of being an endgame puzzle. So here we have bishop takes. What, are you kidding me? Rook takes c2. Oops, did I blunder? Not to mention checkmate's coming. Look, I can't get out. And if this pawn falls here and this guy gets to the back row, same problem. How can there be anything left? Well, this check is so crushing that the king has only one square, that's to f7. And then we have a discovery anywhere we want to go. If I go over here and pick up that rook, that doesn't make a lot of sense because this guy will mate me. But what I can do is I can give him check. Boom! Go pick up the rook, guard my pawn, stop this back rank mate. I've won a pawn. In fact, I've won 2 pawns. So I'm a happy boy. So don't skip these puzzles here coming up. They're some of the most satisfying in the series so far. Remember, at any time you can pause the video, drop your analysis and comments, and I'll be happy to dialogue with you. Especially if you want to argue. That's fun for me. So here we have a pretty straightforward attacking line, which is clear. We like clear. On rook takes, queen doesn't want to take because it's guarded. Oh, okay, fine, takes. And then we take again. This is just getting the queen off of the b file. No more guarding your rook, please, if you don't mind. Check. And yes, there's lots of interposition, but the point is we're capturing the rook on the next turn. Winning a ton of material again. So again, defenders just falling down. Hit the one and they all fall down. So tactics like destroying the defender aren't just about brute force, they're also about timing and precision. And that brings us to secret puzzle. You guys are gonna have to solve it. Drop me the answer. I don't know what it is. Actually, I'm gonna give you a hint. The computer wants to play very simple, regular chess, and it's true that white is winning in most lines, in most variations. But there's a tactical spot that you can find that'll simplify everything, especially to the human mind and to the human eye. You're going to be able to spot this if you spend some time. So make sure you come back to me with the answer. Let me know, and we'll discuss it in the comments. And next up is the bonus puzzle for the day. I will be dropping you the answer next time I see you. But until then, beat me to the punch and put your answer in the analysis. Let me know. That means put your answer in the comments and we'll discuss it. Now, this is a bit of a monster puzzle. Even masters have trouble with stuff like this. So you've got to ask yourself, how do I identify the most important defender? How do I distract, deflect, or eliminate it, even lure it away? And once it's gone, can I calculate through to the end, to the falling of the position? So there are some tips for today's bonus puzzle, but a quick coaching tip and advice for you. Next time you see a wall of defense, ask yourself what's holding it up. And because you find it, you can find the win. If today's puzzles made you see defenses differently, smash that like button and make sure to subscribe for all future videos. If you've made it this far in the series, I really want to hear about it. Make sure you write down in the comments, I broke the barrier, because both you and I are getting stronger at chess. Every day I'm getting more and more solid at this game of chess because of this tactical series. I surely hope that you are too. Really quick takeaway for you is that every wall has a weak brick. Look for it. Let's remove some of those weak bricks in your game. I'm going to give you another call out to vryBot.com. That's VRYBOT.com. Click on Services tab. It'll bring you to this description of coaching. I provide one-on-one level coaching that's going to help increase your strength in chess and remove those weaknesses from your game. You can sign up from this form. You can hire me right here. Then click on Community so that you can get connected. It's a free service on Discord, and we can make a call there and discuss your future with chess, or you can be a form message here on the same page. All right, keep grinding, keep working. It was great to see you today. Thanks for dropping in. See you in the comments. GG's!